They do. It's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. Back at y'all with another one. Let's get it, man. Let's talk about boxing, man. So I watched the fight last night, man. Saul Canelo Alvarez versus Jaime Mungia, man. Now I had Jaime Mungia before this fight started. My prediction was Jaime Mungia was gonna knock Canelo out, simply based off of his high knockout percentage and what he did to John Ryder, a fighter that gave Canelo some problems. Canelo actually went the distance with John Ryder, and John Ryder fought his ass off against Canelo. So me seeing Jaime Mungia actually knock out John Ryder in his last fight, I said, damn, this guy could possibly knock Canelo out, because we all know Canelo, I'd say the last 5 fights, Canelo has not looked the same. He looks like he's aging. He looks like his body is breaking down. And what a lot of people don't understand is, like, Canelo Alvarez, I think Canelo's only 30 years old, right? He's like 30, 31. But what people don't understand is Canelo has more than 60 fights on his professional boxing record. So you total those 60 fights plus his amateur fights. I mean, Canelo's boxing age, it's got to be about 40. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he has the boxing body of a 40-year-old. And I'm not saying how he looks. I'm talking about, like, the inside of his body. No diddy, no pause, no homo. But that's a lot of wear and tear, man. That's just like it's like LeBron James. You know, LeBron came into the NBA when he was like, what, 18 years old, and now he's 39, and, you know, he's still balling, he's still doing his thing, but he's obviously not the same as he was, you know, when he was in his prime. You understand what I'm saying? So, first of all, congratulations to Canelo Alvarez, man. He showed me last night, Canelo is a tough motherfucker, man. I got to start off by saying that. Canelo Alvarez, he's got to have the best chin in boxing, because Jaime Mungia literally threw everything he could throw, and he couldn't drop Canelo. He couldn't drop him. And what I love about Canelo Alvarez is his body language. Like, when Canelo gets hit with a tough shot, he's so good at making it seem like he's not hurt, because Canelo got hurt last night, right? But like I said, he's just so good at holding his composure, and he has a chin of steel, man. Canelo's chin is made of steel, man. You know, Canelo's never been dropped, and he's just so tough, man. And I gotta give that to him, especially at this point in his career where he's aging and he's breaking down, and he's clearly not the same fighter that he used to be. I mean, Canelo took a lot of... Jaime Mungia threw more punches than Canelo last night. He threw a shit ton of punches. Now, that doesn't mean he landed every punch, but he hit Canelo with some tough shit those first 4 or 5 rounds, man. And I actually had Jaime Mungia winning I'd say the first like 4 to 5 rounds, until he got dropped by Canelo with that nasty punch that dropped Jaime Mungia. But I even seen frustration. I think it was round 3. Canelo was very frustrated because Jaime Mungia was getting off on Canelo. He was walking down Canelo. He was throwing a bunch of combinations on Canelo, and he was hitting Canelo with some tough shit. You understand what I'm saying? I think at one point we seen Canelo's legs just wobble just a little bit last night. And I said, oh shit, I said Jaime might drop this nigga. I said that. But Canelo's corner calmed him down. They calmed him down and they reassured him. And Canelo's game plan, it worked. I think after Jaime Mungia got dropped, I think him getting dropped along with him punching himself out, Jaime Mungia he had nothing to offer for Canelo. Number one, after he got dropped, man, he just didn't have the power to hurt Canelo. And once Canelo realized, okay, this guy's hitting me, but he can't hurt me, I'm gonna win this fight, because he can't hurt me. I can hurt him and he can't hurt me. You understand what I'm saying? And Canelo showed last night, like, he still got that power. He may not be the same fighter, he may be a little bit older, but he still got power in those hands, and he showed that last night. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, I had Canelo winning pretty much round 6 to 12, I scored for Canelo. And I want to say this, just because a fighter gets dropped, that doesn't mean that the fighter lost the fight. Because after Jaime Mungia got dropped, Jaime Mungia was still doing his thing. You understand what I'm saying? I think he even was coming back a little bit, but it just got to a point where Canelo was just getting off on him, man. And Canelo was going to the body. He was hurting Jaime Mungia's body. And you could tell Jaime Mungia was trying everything in his power to not get dropped again. But he wasn't running, though. He wasn't doing no Shakur Stevenson type shit. He was still standing toe-to-toe with Canelo. There was one point, like in the later rounds from like 8 to 12, them boys was just standing right in front of each other just throwing blows. Real Mexican boxing type shit. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, Canelo Alvarez got the job done, and he schooled Jaime Mungia. He showed his experience. He showed why he's the face of boxing. He showed why he's been the face of boxing for so long since Floyd Mayweather retired. And he showed he's the toughest guy in boxing, hands down. It's got to be. There's no fighter in boxing that's tougher than Canelo Alvarez. Nobody. Not even Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Because we've seen Terrence Crawford get dropped before. We've never seen Canelo Alvarez get dropped. We've never seen Canelo Alvarez look like he was going to get knocked out. He's just a tough motherfucker, man, and we got to give credit when it's due. But I want to say this. Last night, Canelo Alvarez, he showed his boxing age, man. I know Canelo Alvarez is like 30, 31 years old. He's still young. But this guy has over 60 professional boxing fights, man. That's a lot of fights. So you combine the 60-plus fights in his professional boxing career with his amateur fights that's not even professional, his amateur fights plus his professional fights. If we're talking boxing, Canelo's like a 40-year-old boxer now, and he's showing it. He listen, a young Canelo Alvarez would have knocked Jaime Mungia out last night. He would have got Jaime Mungia out of there in 6 or 7 rounds. That's a fact. But Canelo he looked slow last night. And even though he still has his power, and this is what's worrying me about Canelo Alvarez, guys. He doesn't even have the same power he used to have. He's not as fast as he used to be. His defense isn't as good as it used to be. And his power is not as good as it used to be. And his speed, Canelo Alvarez looked real slow and sluggish last night, man. He looked really slow, really sluggish, really frustrated. And if he wasn't such a tough dude that could take a punch, he could have possibly lost that fight last night. You understand what I'm saying? And listen, I know we all want to see Canelo fight David Benavidez, but Canelo should have fought David about 2 or 3 years ago. This version of Canelo Alvarez, he would get knocked out by David. He would get knocked out, and if he doesn't get knocked out, because I'll give him this, Canelo's got so much heart, there's a possibility he'll just go the distance, but if he does, man, it'll be bad. Canelo will get fucked up really, really, really bad by David Benavidez, man. I'm just going to be honest with y'all, man. And I see why Canelo don't want to fight him, because if Canelo was to fight David, he knows in his heart he can't give the boxing fans what they deserve as far as his performance. So from Canelo's perspective, it's like, look, I fought Floyd, I fought Bivol, I fought, Triple G, I fought all these guys they said I was scared of, right? I'm the boxing cash cow, I'm the face of boxing, right? Even though I'm still in my early 30s, as far as boxing, I'm past my prime. Why would I go in there and get seriously hurt by this dude that's like half my age? It's just it doesn't make sense for Canelo at this point in his career, because he can't give the boxing fans the performance that they deserve. Canelo knows in his heart that he can't beat David right now. He can't. He's past his prime, and he knows that. And all Canelo's doing right now, he just wants to make money. He wants to make money, fight guys that he thinks he can still beat, and just sell off into the sunset, man. I can't blame Canelo for that, man. I can't blame him. You understand what I'm saying? He's giving his life to the sport of boxing, man. So I'm not mad that he doesn't want to fight David Benavidez. I was mad, but when I saw this fight last night and I seen how Canelo looked and I seen how much he's fallen off from his prime, I said, damn. I said this version of Canelo, he can't beat David right now. He could have beat David maybe 5 years ago. But right now, he's not the same fighter, man. He's not. His body's breaking down. He's slower. His power is going away. The only thing Canelo still has left is his chin, man. That's the only thing that still looks the same after all these years is Canelo's chin. He could still take a fucking punch, but David would give Canelo a brutal fucking beating right now, and I think Canelo should stay away from him, man. And guys, to the boxing fans that don't want to hear that, Canelo is still giving you guys good fights, man. This was a very, very dangerous fight for Canelo. Canelo could have lost this fight last night, bro. Real nigga shit. And he's planning on fighting Edgar Bologna in September. Whether you like Edgar Bologna or not, Edgar Bologna is a knockout artist. Edgar Bologna has the chance to, be the first fighter to possibly drop Canelo or knock him out. That's a dangerous fucking fight for Canelo. So just be happy, be appreciative of it, because we're literally in the last chapter of Canelo Alvarez's boxing career. I mean, I'd say Canelo probably has about 3 or 4 fights left, and he's gonna call it quits because, it's gonna get to a point where he's gonna realize he just can't give the fans the best performance he could give them, and he's gonna retire. So with that being said, man, let me know what you guys think. It's your boy Wavy. I'm out. Let's get it.